Bitcoin will replace gold. We're going to talk about this story right here. BlackRock says it could replace gold. I'm here to tell you it will replace gold. And if you believe that, do me a favor, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Crypto Wealth. I'm bringing this story to you because I think it's an interesting story. However, I also think it's a bit ridiculous on two counts. First of all, Bitcoin soars again after BlackRock says. It's always amazing to me. The financial news industry are literally a bunch of idiots. I know, I just said it. I'm just, maybe that's not good for my channel to talk that way, but it's the truth. These guys are always like, oh, the market moved. Why did it move? What? Oh, it went up. Why did it go up? And then they go out and look for all the positive evidence they can find that says, oh, it should have went up. This is why it must have went up, because everybody at the same time read these news stories. Or they say, oh, the market went down. Why did the market go down? Then they go look for negative news so they can say, oh, this is why the market went down. They don't know exactly why the market went down or went up. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. So that's the first thing that I find annoying. However, BlackRock says it could replace gold. Don't you love this? So this financial firm, BlackRock, gazillionaires investing over here. BlackRock says that Bitcoin could replace gold. Well, welcome to the party. Finally, many years too late. I mean, it amazes me. I'm going to talk to you at the end of the video, one of what I think about when it comes, like, kind of my strategy in the crypto space, like what I'm thinking about when it comes to investing. I'm going to talk about that towards the end of the video, but I will say this, getting in before the mainstream morons wake up is exactly what you want to be doing. I mean, I think this is absolutely hilarious. Oh, they say they finally said it could replace gold. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they're saying that it could finally replace gold. But if you've been watching my channel, if you're a subscriber, if you were over here, then you know that we've been talking about that. And I say we because even in the comments, we talk about some people think gold is more valuable than Bitcoin and Bitcoin is more valuable than gold. Some people say, there's a place for gold, there's a place for Bitcoin. And I actually do agree with that. There's a place for each. However, I also am under the fundamental belief that Bitcoin will be the major store of value. Why? Because it's more secure, it's easier to transport, it's easier to protect. That's why. It's far more logical to move around Bitcoin than it is to move around, blocks of gold essentially. So let's go through this very short news story for just a moment. But listen, don't you think it's ironic? And by the way, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Let's continue to carry this conversation forward, because one thing that I care about more than anything when it comes to this type of content is that we as a community, we as a group, grow awareness on not just what cryptocurrency is, not just what the technology is, but what this technology can do. Oh, wait a minute. Shout out. I just saw the Bojangles box in the back. That's awesome. What this technology can do. I actually have a video that I'm going to be coming out with. I don't know if it's going to be the end of this week or to be next week. I'm still doing research on the video, the content. By the way, you might not always know this, but I do a lot of research on some of my content before I put it out there. But I've got a video coming up. It's one of the top 2 or 3 use cases, I believe, for cryptocurrency. And it's a unique form of gaming with a real world economy that is in full swing right now, where you literally could make money when you play a game. Not that you're guaranteed to do that. We're not talking about any sort of gambling game. We're talking about literally a graphical game where you are able to have these NFT items that actually have value. It has a working economy. This is a concept that's been talked about a lot. Not many people have executed it well yet. Not many games have executed it well yet. But there is one out there that's kind of making waves right now, and I'm watching it, and I'm kind of messing around with it. I'm learning the game a little bit. I'm going to bring it to you in a future video. Literally, you can make money playing a video game. I know that sounds crazy, but literally, it's a real thing. So be sure to subscribe. We'll be talking about that in another video. That's more of the technology side. All right, let's get into this news story. Bitcoin soars again after BlackRock says it could replace gold. Bitcoin is often referred to as digital gold, and now a top strategist at the world's largest asset management firms says the cryptocurrency could one day replace the yellow metal as a go-to safe haven investment. Now listen, it's always a good sign when the largest asset management firm actually recognizes Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That's always a good sign. Bitcoin price surges 4% Friday to above 18,700, inching closer to the all-time high of just under $20,000 from December 2017. After BlackRock's chief investment officer of fixed income, Rick Ryder, said in a CNBC interview that Bitcoin is here to stay. Don't you think it's interesting that the chief investment officer of fixed income, meaning passive type income investments, dividend type investments, is the one talking about Bitcoin. And ironically, on this channel, that's our favorite type of investments. Like outside of holding Bitcoin and holding Ethereum, I mean, I always believe in holding the strongholds or the altcoins that you believe in their future. I much more prefer to earn passive income. You know, my last video, I have a whole playlist about earning $100 a day, right? So my last video, I'm up to $22 a day, roughly, in these crazy valuations. But I just think it's interesting that this is what this gentleman's the chief investment officer of fixed income, yet he's commenting on Bitcoin. I'm waiting for the day that we start talking about mainstream adoption coming into things like DeFi. Now we got a little ways to go, I think, just a little ways to go on that. That's going to be the day where mainstream adoption starts recognizing these passive income streams that are so ridiculously lucrative. I mean, you're talking about earning 0.5% a day in some cases. And the mainstream markets aren't even aware of this yet. I think that's going to be interesting. Now, in all fairness, when the mainstream markets do get here, it's going to drive the price of crypto up, but it's going to drastically lower the returns that we're able to earn. But why? Because everybody else is going to be mining, everybody else is going to be here, there's less to go around. So the returns will drop drastically, which is why I'm so adamant about really personally my personal investing. Is why I'm pushing those passive incomes and I'm compounding so hard right now, because I truly believe in another year, another 2 years, hopefully we can get 3 or 4 years out of it, but maybe in another 2 or 3 years, the general market's going to be opening up. I mean, the opportunities that exist in crypto now, I mean, it's not going to be as easy to make money as it can be now in the future. We're just going to be a lot less opportunities. Now, this guy, Rick Ryder, says, do I think it's a durable mechanism that could take the place of gold to a large extent? Yeah, I do, because it's so much more functional than passing a bar of gold around, Ryder said. The endorsement from BlackRock, which manages nearly $8 trillion, by the way, that's 8 with 12 zeros, that's crazy, manages nearly $8 trillion in assets, is the largest sign of validation of Bitcoin from the mainstream financial world. Square and PayPal have endorsed it as a viable form of payment, and influential hedge fund managers Stanley Druckenmiller and Paul Tudor Jones have touted it as an investment. Still, gold moved higher on Friday too. Gold and Bitcoin have benefited from a weaker dollar. Investors increasingly view Bitcoin as a viable alternative to paper government-backed currencies. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I think it's possible that we could see major negative government regulations. They don't want the status quo shaken up. Now, listen, how many of you watching this video right now, you're all about getting ahead financially? You don't care what the government wants for your life. You want to be in control of your own finances. You don't care what mainstream financial, banking industry says about your finances. How many of you want to be in control of your finances, be able to earn your own income, earn your own passive income? Do me a favor, go down to the comments and say, hey, I want to earn my own passive income. Bump what the government says, bump what some banker says I can earn somewhere. See, that's what's crazy about cryptocurrency. Largely yields are set. In fact, there's all these write-ups about gold, for example, and how the price of gold is set. I don't know, that sounds sacrilegious to the gold bugs. And by the way, I'm a huge fan of gold. But I always find it interesting when people are like, Bitcoin's not going to replace gold. Bitcoin has no value. Okay, but exactly how do you define the price of gold? Exactly where's that value comes from? The value is always defined when there's somebody who wants to buy it for a higher price. I mean, that's how the value goes up, just because somebody wants to buy it at a higher price. No, gold has real value. Okay, great. How much value does it have? Well, it has, X number of dollars. Based on who told you that? You only know that because someone else is willing to buy it. You only know that because some market price is set somewhere at a certain time. I mean, let's not go down that bunny trail. But that is the reality. That is the reality. Again, I'm not knocking gold, I'm not knocking silver. I'm just saying people who are single focused, they don't understand the benefits of the other. And cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Now, I told you I would share with you my strategy. So cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, no doubt are the way of the future. So my investment strategy is look at the big picture. Look at the amount of debt the U.S. government is going into right now. They're talking about another stimulus package, whether you think they should or shouldn't. Here's the bottom line. No, they can't afford it. Oh, the government put me out of work. Therefore, and I agree, they did put you out of work, by the way. Therefore, they should pay me. Okay, I can agree with that too. But they can't afford it. Period. End of story. I know that's crazy, but they can't. They don't have any money. The government gets money by taxing people, and they don't have enough taxes to cover their debts. They can't pull in enough in tax revenue to cover their debts. It's mind-blowing to think about. But they're literally fiscally irresponsible. They're in debt, and they're going to in debt. They're like $26 trillion, and it's growing day by day by day by day. It's not stopping. Just a couple of years ago, it was like $22 trillion. It's literally not stopping. In fact, it's picking up speed. The dollar's becoming weak. It's becoming worth less every single day. The stupidest thing you could do in finance right now, this is investment advice. The stupidest thing you can do in finance right now is put your entire savings in US dollars. That is dumb. That is absolutely dumb. All right, so that's probably not investment advice. That's just my opinion. But it's the reality. Like, there's no question about it. I cannot 100% certainty tell you that Bitcoin's going to be the currency of the future. I do believe it probably will be. However, what I can tell you with 100% certainty, the US dollar will be worth a lot less in the future. There's literally no way around that. So you see a trend, you look for the solution of the trend. And you can think gold. But why gold? Why would I personally not invest as much in gold? Because I recognize that there's issues with portability of gold. I mean, the financial markets, if you need to start carrying around gold, it becomes really challenging. If you need to store gold, if you need to keep it secure, it's far easier for someone to steal your gold than it is for them to steal your private keys of Bitcoin. So in every functional method of safety and security, Bitcoin is easier. It's easier. And so therefore, when I'm looking at the current trend, I'm like, there's got to be a replacement, or what's the alternative? And when I see something like Bitcoin and I understand the technology, and it's like, wow, it just seems like an obvious sign. Now the question is, what's the price going to do between now and mass adoption? Who knows? I mean, listen, people get over here, and I get excited to see the price going up. Part of me wants the price to go back down. But I 100% believe that Bitcoin could hit $1,000 again. It could hit $3,000 again. Who knows? All it's going to take is the government to come out and say that it's illegal, and the sheeple are going to fold. They're going to absolutely fold. It's illegal, so therefore I got to sell all my cryptocurrency and get rid of it. And most people are going to stop using it. Even if they don't make it illegal, they just make it illegal for banks to transact in it. They make it illegal. They basically make exchanges like Coinbase illegal. And that's just a matter of, that's not even a law. You understand, they don't even have to create a new law to do that. All they have to do is create a regulation. Regulation is nothing more than one, sometimes two, but it can be as simple as one high-ranking government official, SEC, FTC, well, not really SEC, probably the FTC, come along and say, yep, you can't do that. And by you, I mean the banks. They did that with online poker. They simply said U.S. banks cannot transact for online poker. Therefore, all of a sudden, overnight, literally overnight, none of your debit cards would work. None of your credit cards would work. You could not make a deposit on an online poker site. That's how easy they basically nipped that in the bud. Is it illegal for a U.S. citizen to play poker online? No. Not in most states. There are a few states, maybe 5 or 6 states, that it's illegal. But most states, it's not illegal. But it's very difficult to actually do it. That's why a lot of those sites deal in crypto now. So, ladies and gentlemen, anything can happen. But long term, do I think there's any really true way to stop price going up? I don't. I think long term, I mean, and what does that long term look like? Could be 10 years, could be 50 years. But I'm confident that the odds are on my side investing in cryptocurrency. And the reason I like earning passive streams of crypto, because I don't have to worry about trying to figure out when to buy. I don't have to worry about trying to figure out when to sell. Earn that stuff passive, compound. What you can do right now, if you wanted to, you can start taking some profits. Maybe buy some of your altcoins. Look, Ethereum's up to $508, but it hasn't had the same run as Bitcoin. Look, Tether's up a little bit. Might want to invest in some Tether. That was sarcasm, by the way. Look, the market overall looks phenomenal today. But if you look at the 24-hour, there's definitely been some winners and losers. But, the 7-day. But still mostly winners. I mean, it's been a great week in crypto. Heck, even Monero is up 8%. That's awesome. Wrap BTC is up 14%. Of course it is. That's crazy. Tron up almost 4%. We're about 2.6%. Where's the crypto.com? Look at that, 7.6%. If I wasn't compounding, if I wasn't focused so much on earning $100 a day right now in passive Bitcoin with my $100 a day strategy, if I wasn't focused on that, I would have been buying some crypto.com because it went down to like 6 cents, 6.5 cents. and I fully believe it's going to continue to go up long term. But that's just my belief, not financial advice. Not financial advice at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want to know this right now. Do you believe that Bitcoin is going to be more valuable than gold? Or I should say this. Do you believe that Bitcoin is better than gold? I'll just say it like that. Go down in the comments and let me know. Do you think Bitcoin is better than gold? Hey, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button. And if you want to learn how I'm earning passive income with cryptocurrency, I'll put my actual investing strategy, my personal investing strategy, I'll put it on the end of the video. And I'll also put my video up on my $100 per day playlist if you haven't seen that. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, BlackRock says Bitcoin could replace gold, but many of you have been saying it for years. Guess who was right? You were. Congratulations. Guess who's going to be right when Bitcoin becomes a currency of the future? We are. Congratulations. Decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.